So, Prince Harry is back in the UK. And honestly, this whole trip, it really boils down to one huge question. A question the whole world is asking while watching the royal family. Are they even going to see him?
This trip is a massive test. And what happens over the next few days, or maybe more importantly, what doesn't happen, well, that could tell us everything we need to know about just how deep the cracks in the House of Windsor really go.
All right, so let's break this down. What's the official reason he's here? I mean, on paper, Harry's visit is all about his long-standing commitments.
Yeah, his schedule is packed. He's got public engagements for charities like Well Child, and the visit also happens to coincide with the anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's death. But let's be real for a second. Nobody's really talking about the charities, right? The headlines are completely fixated on that one big question. Will he or won't he meet with his family?
Okay, so first up, let's put the most critical relationship under the microscope. We're talking about Prince Harry and his father, King Charles.
So if you look at the timeline, their last face-to-face was way back in February. And it was so brief. We're talking just 30 minutes. And the only reason it even happened was because of the very serious news of the king's cancer diagnosis.
Think about that. 19 months. Yeah, they had that quick 30-minute meeting, but it's been 19 whole months since father and son have spent any real, substantial time together. I mean, in the life of any family, that's a long time, but in royal terms, that's practically an eternity.
And that's exactly why royal experts, folks like Roy and Nickhoff from the Sunday Times, are looking at this visit as a total make-or-break moment. It feels like the clock is seriously ticking on any hope for a reconciliation here.
This is one of those situations where silence speaks volumes. It's deafening. Because if a meeting doesn't happen this week, well, that sends a powerful and really negative message. It basically tells the world this father-son rift is way, way deeper than any of us even knew.
Okay, so the situation with his father is tense, to say the least. But when we turn to his brother, Prince William, whoa, that picture gets a whole lot bleaker.
I mean, just look at this comparison. It really says it all. Harry saw his dad this year, right? But with William, wow. The last time they were even seen in the same place was back at the Queen's funeral in September 2022.
And the royal experts, they are not holding back on this one. They're literally calling the brothers' relationship non-existent. They're saying there is absolutely zero desire on either side to even try to fix things.
So what does that mean? It points to a total, complete breakdown in communication. We're talking no phone calls, no texts, absolutely no personal contact since they stood side by side at their grandmother's funeral.
So the big question is, why should we care? Why does any of this matter beyond just, some high-profile family drama? Well, let's zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture, and the very real, very human stakes at play here.
Look, this didn't happen overnight. It wasn't just one fight. It's been more like a series of dominoes falling. First, you have Harry and Meghan's move to the US. Then came the explosive allegations about their treatment. And it all kind of culminated with Prince Harry's incredibly revealing memoir, Spare.
And it's not just about hurt feelings. On top of all this personal stuff, there are some really practical issues. Harry has been very clear about this. He says security concerns are a huge barrier to him bringing his wife, Meghan, and their kids, Archie and Lilibet, back to the UK.
But after all the drama, all the headlines, all the conflict, this quote from Harry himself kind of cuts through all that noise. He said, "I would love a reconciliation with my family." It just brings it all back to something so simple, something we can all understand. At the end of the day, this is still a story about a son who just wants to reconnect with his family.
And that really leaves us with this final kind of provocative question to think about. I mean, can a family rift ever really be private when there's a crown involved? When your personal life and your public duty are so tangled up, where do you even draw the line? And maybe the biggest question of all is, can a family like this ever truly heal when they have to do it under the constant, intense glare of the world's spotlight?